Hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Golden Dice Podcast. I'm your host, Brian. Tonight, I'm joined by Scott and Flock as per usual. How you doing, boys?
Great.
Yeah, it's Monday, but it's a holiday week, so it's really kind of feels like Thursday because I'm not working on Wednesday.
It's a short one.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. Flock, how you doing? I take a big sip. I'm like a waiter when I come around
Yeah.
to your table.
I know, right?
Make sure the mouthful's first.
It's good. Great. It's great.
Cool.
Great.
So, we thought this would be a great week to do a little podcast because we haven't done one since before Secrets of Power came out. Secrets of Power has been out for about a month now.
Yeah.
So tonight is all about giving our feedback, talking about what we think about not season one, set 6, Secrets of Power.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about our experience at PAX, looking to set 7 because the Inflight showed some goodies, and then our thoughts on rotation, as well as a couple of listener questions that we got in because we haven't done podcast questions in a couple months. I think since August. It's really hard to remember that simple thing, but
Yeah.
here we are.
We're terrible at this.
We're doing the best we can with the loss of our dear leader still, who we got a chance to talk to at PAX, which was
that
nice.
was fun. That was the highlight, seeing him and old Johnny boy.
Yeah, I will say that the role that he is in now, I think is perfect for him. He's like living large and in charge. Here's a cat warning for you. She's about to scream at me. But yeah, it was great
Shaking
seeing him,
hands,
great seeing
kissing
John.
babies.
Yeah, we saw Bree and Wes as well.
Yep.
Jim Cartwright was there. PAX was really cool. Corey was great. Yep. And everyone was cool. So let's talk about set 6. Like I said before, set 6 has been out for almost a month at this point. How are we feeling? What do we like? What do we not like? What are some observations you've made? What have we played? I guess. Who wants to go first?
Plots.
Very good.
What about plots?
Plot's good.
Plot's good.
Why
you
say
heard
more
it first
word?
from Flockton.
I say more words,
Plot's
but let's
good.
do trick. Scotty, start us off. I know you're raring to go.
All right. The first things first. Particularly the propaganda prestige cards. Just really all of them pretty much are just among the best cards I've seen printed in a game. As far as the styling and the look of them, even my girlfriend who does not play card games was like, "Oh, those are really nice looking." So those are big hit. Did a really great job with that. The downside is the other half of the prestige is a little bit less well received. Some of them are good looking, some of them are just not as good looking, but they also suffer a little bit in comparison to the others. But I think overall, I'd say the prestiges in this set A+. Really, really, really great. I'd say the sealed experience in this set. So, we've had some pre-releases. I did a sealed event at PAX, just, get a little bit of practice for limited. I think the sealed experience is actually pretty good. Haven't had a chance to draft yet, so we'll see how that is. But, there is a little bit of an issue in you need to get certain leaders, as it always has been in sealed. Leia is, more dominant than even Snoke was in a set previously. She's better. She's better than Snoke. Just more flexible.
Snoke of our time, as you
the
said.
Snoke of our time. But provided that you get one of those leaders, the gameplay is actually really interesting and very strategic and tradey, which is great. There is a fair bit of healing. I was a little bit worried about that, but I have not seen that be a huge thing. None of my games have gone to time. I have seen some people go to time, but that's you see that in every event. People go to time for just because they play slow. It has nothing to do with the format or anything like that. So I think that's been really, really cool to see that it's got a good internal format so far as that goes, because that's going to be a tournament thing moving forward. Some of the leaders I've liked a lot. Like I've really enjoyed playing Jabba. I really enjoyed playing a little bit of Padme, and then those are really the only two I've touched. So maybe that says a little bit about some of the leaders, but it is.
You love 3PO. What do you mean?
Yeah, oh, you're right. I played 3PO too, and I got a win. Didn't beat Jack. Didn't beat Jack with him. I just really loved the showcase. I'm probably not even going to sell that one to you. Sorry.
That's fair. No,
sorry,
I
sorry,
totally
not sorry. Might have to keep that one just for paid the iron price for it. So there's some decent leaders in it. As with every set, some of them you're just not going to have like great leaders all the way through. It's just not going to happen. It is what it is. And then I guess the last thing for it, I will say, plot's good. Plot's good.
Agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Flockton jump in here because this is the point that he said, right? So Flockton, take it away. Unless you had said something else to close out with Scott, but
no, that was I wanted
you,
I wanted to segue into
Plot good.
Plot good.
Well done. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with all your points, there, Scott. Well done.
Oh no, so plots is very similar to Smuggle, but it's very powerful for the leaders. What I really like about it is I'm noticing so far, and I'm noticing so far as in I have 1 point with Mandalorian. I'm having a lot of fun with Mandalorian with plot. It makes him so much stronger because the downfall of Mandalorian was he was a little too slow on his flip turn. Like he's at 6, it's already kind of bad at 6, and now you have to, to actually use his exhaust something with 6 remaining HP, you have to deploy. You have to have the initiative, deploy, and then hope they don't attack with that unit, to actually exhaust that unit that you really want to exhaust. So now you can take the initiative, deploy, plot 1, 2, maybe even 3 upgrades on any of your units, and then just exhaust 3 units because it's as many times as you want. So like stuff like that, like plots can make many of the other leaders that aren't so good a little bit better, but I still think it makes the better leaders even better. So I don't know if it's really going to maybe pull many leaders up into A tier, but it's still fun. It's like a whole new mechanic. It just makes the whole point of the game is, well, the fun part of the game is the leader flip is the most fun, the funnest part of the game. And now it's just even more better because you can turn big units into bigger units when they come out. It's so much fun to plot and put like big upgrades on, or even just Synthicaz, I'm worried as soon as I deploy, I'm going to get sniped. Well, now I can deploy and just attack and at least get my attack off. So it brings a whole new dynamic to the set, which I'm loving.
Yeah, plots have been really cool. I wish there were more of them.
Yeah,
actually,
that's kind of.
I do wish.
I wish there was more.
And I think with the other sets that we've seen so far previously, the problem is that there's always like one mechanic that lands and one that doesn't. And I think that rings true here that Disclose doesn't really do much for me or in general. There's a lot of like downside balance things that they're doing with Disclose that don't really land as far as like, unless you're doing something like a Padme leader where you need to disclose.
And even she is not just disclosed; she's also on discard as well because they must have recognized
that
there's not enough disclose payoff to have that just be the thing.
Yeah. I so to round out the the group opinion here, I think that Secrets has surprised me. I was not very high going into it. I'm still not super duper high coming out of it. And like I said, we're only a month in. My biggest fear for this set was, like I said in previous episodes, that this is going to give the metagame in general more toys to play with for the leaders that have been dominant. And I think that's still true.
That is true. It's not untrue.
Like, we're not looking at a ton of events that have happened so far. I think the only thing we really have is Beatle, and Beatle is like a content creator event. So you've got all the, for lack of a better word, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but the tryhards, right? The sweats of the game that really want to knock it out of the park and bring new things. And what did they bring? Han, Piet.
Of all forms.
Every Han had its day. Piet was the most representative for one of the formats. I can't remember which, but like a bunch of stuff we've seen before.
I will say Piet was not A tier.
No, I agree. But so it's given breadth to new leaders in old leaders still, right?
Yes.
Like Piet. I don't know of anyone. I mean, Padme was talked about. Sabe was talked about.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I think the problem with this set is that this is mainly a bridge, right? This is the set that kind of fills in for things after rotation hits. And I get it, right? Like, they have to prepare and they have to make sure that after rotation things aren't miserable. Things are still kind of moving along at a good pace. But this is definitely a transition set, and it shows, right? There's some good nuggets in here. I will say there's some really good stuff, and I think a lot of people have been saying online that this is the best set that they've made in a while. Obviously, the best set is still 1. They really hit the ground running and hit the ground running hard. I've been enjoying this. Yeah, I've been enjoying the limited experience myself personally. I've played a couple limited experiences between sealed and draft, and I think the set itself, contained, right, is really cool. Like you said, Scott.
Yeah,
there are some good leaders.
The disclose inside the set, because you're forced to play a bunch of those like chaffy disclose cards, and
Right.
that it makes it so like you're like, I have to resource differently, and it does make the gameplay pretty interesting. It's just a matter of it doesn't translate into the competitive game.
100% agree. I don't think that I'm gonna give them their praise here. I think they did well with what they. This is an impossible task, right? The set after you've given us the Force and all these Jedi and like the main reason people like tune into Star Wars, and you've given us officials and the government
they did the 2 main reasons people turn into Star Wars. Because they did jump to light speed with all the ships
and Jedi.
And then Jedi.
Yeah.
That's you're covering your bases.
And this is the middle child, right? The redheaded stepchild that
this-
kind of like
yeah,
is like.
this is-
There's part of it, right? That there's galactic intrigue and such like that. But like,
Mhm.
who cares?
People
there
that
are
watched
some-
Andor season 2.
Andor in general, yeah, is really good.
Mm.
So,
But
there
then
wasn't
again,
a lot. There wasn't a lot of Andor in this set either.
no,
It was
there's
like,
not, because obviously the set was made before Andor season 2 was a thing.
right. Yeah.
We got Andor season 1 stuff in it.
Go away. So I think it's fine. I'm gonna move on to our next point. We kind of talked about decks we tried and liked or didn't like. I mean, did anyone want to add anything there?
Been playing a little bit of Luke 4 with obviously the new plots between
Sudden Ferocity.
Sudden Ferocity, and then Sintakaz. Those are 2 really strong things, that to put on Luke and make him really crazy. Obviously, like Sudden Ferocity, if you're safely deploying, that can just really turn the game, because now you're attacking for 10, 11, 14, stuff like that. It's a little crazy at times. And Sintakaz is more along the lines of like, you get that initial action with Luke. You can take something out on the board. You protect yourself a little bit from exhaust effects, your bamboozles, your just stuff that is annoying when you're dealing with like a late deploy pilot. That she certainly helps kind of get around that, which I think, obviously, being a 6-cost deploy, I think they definitely cited her in on 6-cost leaders being like, all right, you guys need maybe a little bit of a step up.
Right.
Because it's an odd area to be in, because you're not a 5-cost deploy, you're not coming out early enough, and you're not a late game deploy where they can just like amp up the power of the card a lot, because it's so late.
Right. Cool. Flock, I know you've been saying you were playing the Mandalorian Green.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, Mando Green. Cologne Lauren. Been playing him a lot, having fun with him. Sticking with Cad Bane, tried and true. Love Cad Bane. Sticking with Cad Bane, made some adjustments to it. Played some Cad Bane. What else was I playing? I got him like around here. What else did I play? Oh, Gar Saxon. Yeah, ECL. I'm liking that.
So again, kind of jumping in here, this is what I've been saying before. All these new cards are going back to the old leaders, right?
I like Jabba.
Yeah, I mean Jabba, but then again, like the thing about that is that there's Kira, right? Or there's Iden still, or there's
I think he plays. I think he plays very different to those leaders.
Yeah, that's fair. I like him.
He's playing a blue-green deck that is actually like lacking a lot of the staple blue-green cards, because you're going a little bit more heavy on the ambush stuff.
Yeah, I think the Chancellor Palpatine plays the same way, where you're kind of focused on plots instead of your traditional blue-green villain shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
I've played a bunch of different things since the set has dropped. My rule is I pull a showcase, I play the showcase.
Yeah,
right?
I played 3PO, but it's obviously a joke, but with Babu
right.
Frik.
So I've played Palpatine. I've played my Mothma Unity Purpose decks. I've played. Oh God, what else did I pull? I didn't play Leia.
you pulled Jabba. I get it.
I played Jabba Red Force because I wanted to play the Dryden that I got. That was interesting. Again, but like I'm coming back to all these old decks, right? So like Yoda Tarkentown from Beatle, I've been trying out a little bit. I don't like how it plays. Talzin Red, I really thought I was going to go take that to a PQ, and I just don't think it has the sauce right now.
No,
I
don't
think
say that. It's just because he's upset my Mando Green beat him 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, Chewbacca's good. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, Chewbacca be good.
Chewbacca's good. I used all my Force Lightnings, and you still found more Chewbaccas.
I'm
No,
Chewbacca.
I just don't think I'm Chewbacca. I just don't think she has the sauce. I mean, I don't think she's in a rough spot.
Yeah, I think Force
especially with flooding
Force
the board.
Throw was just putting her over the top.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but I'm gonna have to pivot, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but I'll figure it out.
I mean,
Which leads us to our next question. Go on, Scott.
I was about to say, in a world where like Queen Amidala Legendary starts taking over, then Talzin really comes into play, but I don't know where that world is.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going to ask the question here. How are we feeling about the standout cards of the set? Have we used L's? The L's kind of been a little flat, except for Amidala, right?
Amidala is the best one, arguably.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't want to say arguably. She is. I mean, I know we rated Obi-Wan much higher, but that's just because he might do something funny.
And he didn't.
He doesn't.
I was definitely wrong about that.
And she's great. Like, she's the best L, and she's somewhat seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hantu Green has been using her quite a bit.
I mean, she's just really gives you power of the dark side protection. You're going to hit with a 5 because of the mechanic with the
2 spies.
The 2 spies providing like little handmaid and bodyguards for her.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's like 1, and then I'm like, all right, what's the next best legendary? And I'm like, I don't think any of them are played.
I don't remember most of them. The ones I remember are Dryden and Cassian, and that bad event, 10 cost event, because it's bad. And Vigil, because it's also bad.
Yeah, and we pulled those when we were cracking packs at the bar.
Yeah. I think the standout set, the cards of the set, ironically, are not anywhere close to. I think Nemec's are rare. I think Karis Nemec is my standout.
Nemec should have been a legendary.
Yeah, Nemec should have been a legendary.
And then he would probably cost like $50.
Well, he's already sold out. I don't know if how close you guys keep a look on the secondary market. I like to look at it. I think it's fascinating. I've kept an eye on Prestiges and the showcases since the set's dropped, and Nemec has been frequently out of stock, just because he's doing crazy stuff.
No, he's the best.
So good.
Maybe the best 2-drop in the game.
Yeah, definitely the best 2-drop in the game.
Like easily up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, up there for sure. Especially when rotation hits. It's
100%. I mean, that's just pretty crazy.
He's even so much better if you have the initiative too. It's like so much better.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of instances where their Nemec goes into my Nemec, and I just have the ready spy, and I can take out their spy. I still have a spy. Like,
there's definitely some like real dominant board states that you can establish with that, which is it's pretty crazy. The guy or the kid across from me in the sealed pool, because we had to register sealed pools at PAX for no reason.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it's super strange.
We can talk about that.
I mean, I guess they're trying to give.
They're trying to practice, I guess, for the judges, but oh god, it was so stupid. The kid across from me, he pulled a Nemec and a Padme.
Ooh.
And I'm like, all right, you're
green red.
Your pool's cracked.
Yep.
And he had a really nice curve to it. But so Nemec should have been a legendary.
Yeah, the Manifesto could have been the rare, and then he could have been the legendary. But I think Nemec's up there. I think Captain Typho is up there.
Captain Typho is probably one of is second-ish strongest card in the set.
I think Green Hero got a lot. Mita Bonteri got a lot of.
She's great. I mean, she's just like
a lot of play.
She's like a Gungi-ish type thing.
Yeah.
Or like a Yaddle. Yaddle's probably a more appropriate comparison.
Right. Yeah. Has the restore, has the refill your hand when she dies. Again, that's probably the only thing that I can think of that has disclosed where I'm like, neat. Those two, Typho and Mita Bonteri.
Yeah, and Typho, you don't care as much about the disclosed. You're just like, all right, his stats are really good, and then also maybe I get to heal.
Right. Yeah, and it's a Sentinel that blocks away. He's got good stats.
Yeah,
just a no-brainer.
Yeah, he really takes two things to get in there. And then I guess otherwise, some of the plot cards, your Syntakas, your Sudden Ferocities, your Unveiled Mights,
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks. Chancellor Palpatine, your plot armor, even basically like most of the cards with plot.
Yeah.
are pretty good. There's like a few. There's a few that are kind of bad, like the I guess the Strike Force Fighter or whatever it is, because the stats are just too low, and it comes out on at 4, which is a really odd resource cost. But otherwise, plot good.
I agree. Yeah, plot good. As Flock said so elegantly.
Yep, he is a wordsmith.
Oh yeah,
the Shakespeare of our times.
Flock, any other standout cards that you've thought about from this set?
No, you guys kind of nailed them all.
Cool.
There are some that I think can be good. Like Lightmaker can be good. Grand Admiral Thrawn can be like. I'm looking at the legendaries again.
Sneak Attack Lightmaker has been pretty cool in Cassian Yellow.
Yeah, that's a Lightmaker is good, but there also is some uncommon cards that can take that spot where there's some other cards that can take that spot that are almost just as good. So it's kind of like, is it worth the L? Grand Admiral Thrawn can be pretty good.
I wanted to see if Tarkin was any good. I haven't used him yet. The yellow Tarkin.
Yeah.
Especially with the vehicles that could be going on. I think after rotation, that might have a spot in places. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Treya, I think might be useful somewhere down the road.
That's one that there's probably something that will eventually get to it. Figure of Unity's not bad.
Figure of Unity, yeah, I haven't thought about that at all.
But it's like a one-of.
Sure.
It's like, all right, it's just like something you throw into your deck, and you're like, all right, this is a good upgrade, and you don't care about it after that.
Right. So let's move on. I'm sure we could talk about that for a while, but if you guys are going to a PQ tomorrow, since I know you're not going to the one on the 6th,
nope, I'm not.
What would you be bringing?
Okay, so I'd probably I'd be between Mando and Gar Saxon personally. Those are my two. My fun one was gonna be Mando, but then my serious one would be Gar Saxon. I just think Gar Saxon just got much stronger. He was already almost tier 1, but now with the plots, he can flip and really do some work, which is pretty nice. So, yeah.
Valid.
I'd probably bring Luke 4, but with the understanding that I am playing with fire with that one. As far as like, I'm definitely not bringing a tier 1 deck. I am hoping to just leverage a tier 2 deck in the way that you can leverage tier 2 decks and do well in tournaments. Playing a little bit of a rogue thing. People aren't as prepared for it. They don't have a sideboard for it. You got some interactions that really kind of work against them in some cases, that type of thing. But he's not a Han.
Yeah, I think if you want to win, you bring Han.
You bring a Han. You could bring any Han.
Any Han. Any Han will do 1, 2, 4.
Cad Bane Cad Bane.
I think Cad Bane gets eaten by a couple things that like. Cad Bane is good.
I think Cad Bane can eat some of the things that I've done that did well.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I mean, I definitely can see Cad Bane struggling with some other things, but I think Cad Bane would do well into the field that we looked at, like the top 8, top 16 from the recent events.
I don't know what I'd bring. My thought was Talzin for a while, and I think that, like I said, I fled into a lot of things with Talzin, and I just get demolished, right? Like, the most recent big bad right now is, like, Anakin Data Vault.
Mm-hmm.
Data Vault decks are kind of tough to close out on, especially if they have the removal that they have, and, like, the trading up is really...
Yeah, and they're, like...
keeps you up the force.
They're dropping... cards that refresh their board real hard, like Beck
right.
and things like that, and you're just like, what am I doing? What do I have to, what's my end game? And you're like, oh, you could play like Avenger and things like that, and it's like, yeah, but you're not.
Devastator does like a little bit to get through some things, and Palpatine does a little bit to get through some. But like at the end of the day, it's if there are more than 2 units on the board, I am in serious trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't know currently. I feel like I would go back to all reliable with Sabine ECL.
Nice.
I said Sabine would be. I think we were talking about this a bit on Saturday, and I was like, yeah, Sabine.
I do think that's where I'm probably gonna land, just because that's where I'm comfortable. I didn't slot entirely too many new things in there. I put Nemec in there. As
You
a
put
3-0
Nemec in there,
because
and
obviously that's it.
Okay,
but that changes the game right there, right?
Yeah, that's fantastic. You've just really solid it up. Yeah, your turn 2 plays are now all extremely solid, or turn 1 plays, your 2 drops are all extremely solid, and now you can dominate some openings that would have otherwise given you trouble.
Yeah, and I'm like toying with the idea of putting plots in there, like an Unveil Might to make Sabine just so beefy would be pretty cool, but also I don't know, Rivals Fall still exists and Power still exists. Like Jar Jar in there might be interesting, but Jar Jar is a 2/1 that kind of fizzles.
Yeah,
Jar Jar would be pretty. I think if anything, I'd probably put Jar Jar on there.
But Jar Jar, also the problem with that is I'm messing up my ratios as well, because none of those are heroes.
Yeah.
Son of Frosty's not a hero. Unveil Might's not a hero. Jar Jar's not a hero. So
I think at 4 she's a little tough for plots.
Yeah, I think that if it was something that put on,
I think 5 cost leaders work better for plots, because like you could play a Jar Jar and you're like 2 and a 3, whereas with her you're like a 2 and a 2.
I'd rather still just slap a Darksaber on her and call it a day.
Yeah,
even though it's slower, because like that's still hard to deal with.
Yeah, well, because you're daring them with the Darksaber, like you got something to deal with this.
You need to have an answer, right?
And it can be tough to have an answer at 4.
4. Right. You usually don't have it at 4. Yeah.
It might be later. It might be
The only real answer is to just get rid of the Darksaber.
Yeah.
At that
and
turn.
Nobody's running takedown anymore, so that's neat.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that gets her. But yeah, I think I'd take Sabine and just kind of figure out some changes I'd make. So. One last question about set 6 and the current state of things before we move on to PAX and the Inflight is Secrets of Power. 1 month in, what do you grade the set from A to F? I would probably stick it at like a B-.
Yeah, I was about to say B-.
Yeah, I'll chime in and agree with that. Like, it is significantly better than Twilight.
Oh, I would give Twilight a D-.
Yeah, I'm looking at it from the standpoint of like, all right, the third set in a block.
Yeah,
it definitely is significantly better.
Yeah,
I like it better than set 2. I didn't like set 2 all that much. I don't know why. I don't like.
I didn't like the set 2 meta. But I thought set 2 was interesting. I thought set 2 gave us some cool stuff. I thought it was a bold strategy to go from like the original trilogy to like Underworld / Mandalorians.
Yeah, it was
strange.
No, but
the thematic choices they're making for this game it continues to baffle and surprise.
There's like a dartboard where they're like, and theme. Okay.
There's so much to choose from though that they'll never run out of things to like pair together. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So cool. I think a B+ is a fair grade, or a B- is a fair grade.
Yeah, B-. Yeah. Definitely higher than like you said earlier, higher than I thought going into the set. Going into the set, I was probably saying like around C at least.
Yeah, I would say like kind of trending towards a C- for me going in. I gave it a grade above just because I think there are some things that are here to stay.
Yeah,
for sure, and I think plot definitely notches it above.
Yeah, plot better than exploit and coordinate.
Yeah, it does. It does feel bad considering like let's just say this is the first set that I haven't gotten all the legendaries. Normally, I open up what I get, and then I go, "Oh, let me buy all the legendaries." This is the first one. I'm like,
"There's no reason."
I don't really care.
I mean, look. Let's be honest. There probably wasn't a reason in a lot of the other sets either.
True. That is also true.
Outside of 1 and 2, yeah, I would agree with that.
Outside of 1 and 2,
because like Luke, all the Doritos, Crate Dragon in 2.
Yeah, I'll give 1 and 2 to you, but since then, you really could have been strategic with the L's.
Yeah.
Devastator in 4. Yeah, okay. What are the L's in 5? Oh, Anakin. Anakin's a good
Anakin and Vader.
Yep, Anakin and Vader.
Those are the two. The Anakin's the best one.
HK's fine.
Yeah.
You could get away with not having an HK though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like they're like the Vaders and the Doritos are staples.
Right? Nope. Yeah, for sure.
You build decks around them, which is thing.
Right. Yeah, those are your closers and your
yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about PAX. I just wanted to give a general how do we like PAX? What do we think about PAX?
I mean, I talked about it a second ago. Why did they make us register decks for like a casual sealed PAX event?
Seems goofy to me.
Seems goofy to me. I was the type of thing where, like, and I talked to multiple people. They were like, if I had known that we were going to have to spend like 2 hours getting ready for the event, they wouldn't have done it.
Right.
But it was fun. It was a fun event. I enjoyed it. The 5 rounds of sealed, took up most of my day, unfortunately, but it was still a lot of fun actually. So I enjoyed playing.
Yeah, you started at what 11 and then didn't finish until 4 or 5, right?
Yeah.
That's a big chunk of, especially if you're at.
That's
PAX.
the whole day of the. That's almost
Expo
the entire
hall.
day of the expo hall. So
Yeah.
I didn't go in the expo hall. Part of that was I was trying to not spend money
Yeah.
Valid.
on games that I'm never
Valid.
going to get to play because I'll just play this or Warhammer.
Valid.
Yep.
I don't really care about PAX. If I'm being honest.
You don't like other games.
See, yeah, I think our group doesn't really like the PAX Unplugged stuff. We don't like the other board games. I feel like I talked to a few other friends I have, and we might be going next year to like do PAX Unplugged because they're really into board games and stuff like that.
I've gone to PAX Unplugged every
So-
year that they've had PAX Unplugged, and I typically go all 3 days. Just didn't this time around because I'm trying to not buy. I have a backlog of board games that I just never get to play because we do this, and you want to spend your time. It's like you want to get your money's worth. You buy
Sure.
Yep.
all these cards.
I didn't like Gen Con either, and it's kind of a similar thing, right? Like,
Yeah, I think you're crazy with that.
these conventions don't do anything for me. They're kind of overstimulating too. Like, I just don't. This is not for me. I did like talking to people that came up to us around the Star Wars Asmodee booth.
How's Jack?
Sure.
Yeah, J-Rod got everyone that because I mentioned it to J-Rod. He's like, "Oh, how's things going without Jack?" And I was like, "Not great, That's a huge change in my life personally, but it's funny that everyone that has come up to us recently, at least to me, a lot of people are like, "Hey, like, really love the content, really cool stuff," and other people really don't really say hi. They just go, "How's Jack doing?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not Jack. I don't know. Ask him."
He's over there.
And
Yeah,
so
he's
J-Rob
over
thought that
there.
was really funny, and
Yeah.
every person he talked to or played against that day, he made sure to get them to come over to us and be like, "How's Jack?"
It was
How's
pretty
Jack
funny.
doing?
It happened
was pretty
probably
funny.
about what 8 to 10
4 or
times.
5 times. Oh,
4 or
more than
5?
that,
I thought
yeah.
it was more.
I stopped listening after that. No, it was funny. But yeah, it was great seeing Jack. Haven't seen him in 6 months, so it was nice to get to chat with him. We sat down and did an
We
interview.
saw him in August. What month do you think
July.
it is?
That was July.
That was
That was
July.
Galactics in July.
But what month do you think it is?
It's about to be December, so
True.
5 months.
Yeah, it's close to 6 months.
It's
5
close to 6 months.
Yeah, and if you
You didn't
factor
see him
in
every day.
and
We
if you
saw him
factor
twice
in
or
the
3 times a week.
you also have to factor
Fair.
in the time difference of an hour. So
Yes.
Yeah, we never get to chat with him at all because it's constantly too late for that. But yeah, it was great to see Jack. We sat down and did an interview with him. That was nice. I don't really care for PAX in general. I probably wouldn't go if this wasn't a thing. I skipped last year and was totally fine. But it's cool for people who are into that kind of thing. No doubt. There's a lot of cool stuff to see. Big halls.
I wish they did like a. I don't know why they don't do like a bigger Star Wars event.
They don't want to tie it to a badge.
well, they just won't make a thing with it. I talked to Jack, and I think he said he was going to maybe talk about trying to see if they could do it next year. But what they did with Gen Con,
Yeah, just do what you do at Gen
is
Con.
what he's like. We should have done that for PAX. So maybe they probably will do something like that next year for PAX. PAX Unplugged. Yeah.
That'd be great.
No idea. Not
Like it doesn't need to
confirmed.
be like a sanctioned tournament where you get points. Like that's what they don't.
No,
want. They don't
that's
want to have like
I agree. That's
yeah,
fine.
they don't want that. But like heck, do like let's do a giant thing when they what was it? What did they do at Gen Con when they like top 8 or whatever from
Yeah,
both
you had
different
4
games?
different tournaments.
Finalizer match.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
then
you had a special mat. That's
no,
fine.
but then they ended up doing like draft with stacked packs that had all showcases.
That was this year.
Yeah, I'm talking about this year.
We didn't go to that one yet.
We didn't go that this year. But what they did at Gen Con this year is what he said he wanted them to do here at PAX Unplugged.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah.
So the reason we went to PAX, obviously, because Jack was there, and they were doing an Inflight, which is where they do their kind of reporting for the rest of the product line for the rest of the year and next year.
Yep.
So we sat and watched Wes take control of the show, and Wes showed a bunch of different products and saved the best for last, which was Star Wars Unlimited. And I have a little Canva up here, kind of detailing the cool stuff, so we can go and talk about that.
Little PowerPoint.
Obviously, the
Little
key
PowerPoint,
art
little PP.
looks incredible. We can see our Rogue One, our mandatory boba.
Yep.
Every set must have a boba.
Must have a boba.
I
It's
mean,
a
yeah,
rule.
he's kind of going to figure into a lawless time.
They just like boba. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's
yeah, they know it
not
sells.
like it's a popular character. It's
They
gonna
know it
happen.
sells.
It's fine.
He's just sexy, and sex sells.
Yes, Tamara Morrison,
Yep.
handsome guy.
Yeah.
Like a bantha. So and then we got our solo Lando Calrissian over here.
Yep.
And our spotlight deck
Oof.
leaders,
Oof.
Leia and Jabba. So this is the palace rescue situation, as I understand it. This is the Bouche Leia.
Mm-hmm.
And this is interesting. It's a 5-cost, 2/2 rebel, overwhelm, when deployed, choose a unit, give an experience token to that unit for each different aspect among units you control. And that's interesting now because we have the introduction of triple aspect cards.
Yeah.
So interesting. And with plot, she's also formidable, I'm sure. And then there's Jabba the Hutt, who is a 6-cost, 3/9 Underworld Hutt action. Play an Underworld unit from your hand. If you defeated a credit while paying its cost, unit gets an ambush for this phase.
Interesting that we get back-to-back Jabbas.
Very interesting. So this is our 3rd Jabba and our 4th Leia. So you got set 1.
Yeah,
set
but
5.
Leia makes
set
more
6.
sense. Leia was in like the most movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where the rest of our Lukes are, but
That's true.
there has been like what, 2 Lukes?
Yeah.
That's the big true.
That's wild to me.
Yeah, we have
2
not
Lukes and 2 Anakins.
We've not gotten Jedi Grandmaster Luke. We've not gotten Old Man Luke. We've not gotten Hoth Luke. We've not
Yep.
gotten we've not gotten Commando Luke.
But we've got a million Hans and a million Bobas.
Yeah, well, they know, they know where their bread's buttered.
So
Hey, again, at least with Han, he's been in a bunch of movies. Boba Fett had one line.
sure, that's true. Yeah, Boba makes no sense. He's just kind of.
Oh, I guess then he had a show.
That was terrible.
It was okay.
I didn't hate it. It was tied to the Mandalorian.
It was
Whatever,
a
get off topic.
Mandalorian show.
It was a Mandalorian.
It was
show.
a Mandalorian.
It should have just been the Mandalorian season 3.
Yeah.
And they
Part of
could have. Yeah. But those bikers.
Oh.
So the new mechanics for A Lawless Time is pretty cool. We've got credits, we've got triple aspects, we've got double aspect legendaries. Look at that. Credits is while paying resources, you may defeat this token if you do pay 1 less. These are not in the sense that they are resources. They are not allowing you to deploy your leader early, but they are stackable. They are you can have multiple at the same time.
Yep.
You just can't deploy your leader if you have.
Yeah, they do not count as
6
you
credits.
having a certain amount of resources.
Right.
Yep. And it's a token, so they can be interacted with.
Correct. Yes, you can. As you saw, Jabba leader depends on credits for ambush.
Giving ambush,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And here's Zeb. Zeb is really neat. He is one of those triple aspects that we saw that also requires you to have, not requires you to have, but would incentivize you to have
Behooves
a
you.
green or yellow unit. And this was another one where I was like, oh, well, just in time for Leia to, I'm not sorry, Hera to rotate out.
Just as she gets the best Spectre that they've printed.
Yep.
Just short.
Just short. Just,
and I'm hoping and praying that one of the other 16 leaders can, acquiesce our wishes here. And then you've got Hondo Onaka as our cunning and vigilance legendary. Hondo there with Jabba the Hutt. And, 5-cost, 3/7 Underworld. You may look at the top card of your deck at any time. It's not an action.
Yeah,
you can just do it, right?
Just sit there like this.
Yeah, I have the power. He-Man. And then play the top card of your deck, paying its cost. Use the ability only once each round. So he's going to be a pain to get rid of. He's a 3/7.
Yeah, 3/7 and 5 is pretty beefy.
Yep.
That's crazy. And just these two cards and the Spotlight deck leaders. And there are more cards in here that I haven't shown. We can do that in a separate spoiler video. We got to be better about.
We're not talking about the elephant in the room.
What's the elephant in the room?
The elephant in the room.
Yeah, I'm really upset about this. They did show off Han's golden dice, and we didn't get to spoil it. But alas, that is what it is.
I will never. Live. This betrayal will never cease to hurt.
So Han's golden dice. Let's talk about it while we're here. Attach unit gains on attack. Discard a card from your deck. If its cost is odd, create a credit token. So this looks like it's going right into Han 4.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yep.
100%. So really neat. Wish we could have spoiled it.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, thanks. At least people can say that we don't get any favoritism.
True.
That's true. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, right.
I'm still waiting.
What are the perks of having that scruffy-looking nerf herder as a friend?
Yo, for real.
It's only been 26 years of my life,
I thought we were gonna get free stuff. Nope.
So, after the Inflight,
oh my god, these things are amazing looking.
Adrian from GameGenic came out and started talking about, where there's Star Wars Unlimited, there's GameGenic products to go with it. So, I have a couple of observations about these. It looks like the back two have play areas, which is neat. That Jabba art looks incredible. He's holding one of those things, the food things in his hand, from what I can see. And then you've got the Vader hallway
Vader
from Rogue One. I don't know what the hell that is or what it's going to be, but I want it.
That
I want
looks
it bad.
so good.
Historically speaking,
they do well.
They do kind of spoil, right? These accessories do kind of spoil the showcase leaders.
Yeah.
Jabba being a Spotlight deck leader, I'm inclined to believe that this showcase Jabba. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know where Vader fits into A Lawless Time. Maybe he is the law in A Lawless Time.
If they're doing Rogue One. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I'm hoping. I would love another Vader.
Oh yeah.
And then the other thing I noticed, if you look at these sleeves, these two backgrounds are the same here.
Mm-hmm.
Which would incline me to believe that maybe these are the Prestiges, or one of them. They kind of look like the same stuff going on with the Legends of the Force backgrounds. Almost
not my favorite.
No, and I kind of hope I'm wrong. But just an observation, because these two match.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
So I don't know. We'll see. These all look fantastic. I would be happy to have any of this.
What's that peeking out back there?
I don't know what this is. This looks like maybe a canyon chase from something. It actually
maybe from
like
Solo.
This actually looks like a pod racer.
That's what I'm thinking. It's definitely a pod racer.
This is Sebulba's pod racer. I can't quite tell.
Enhance.
Does
this not have an enhance button?
And then I'm just looking at this now for the first time. I don't know who this is.
This
looks like Krennic.
That does look like Krennic.
So I'll have to see. I'm very, very interested and unhappy that the next time we're gonna get any kind of news is like in 2 months from now.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
So I'm just gonna sit here and speculate.
Yeah, we're just gonna speculate randomly
for the next 2 months. I don't know. And then the other thing they had announced were pre-con Twin Suns pairings.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
This looks incredible.
So cool.
If you take a look at our interview with Jack confirmed that these are not Premier legal, unfortunately. But you best believe I will be making an Asajj Savage pairing when these come out. I'll be buying all of these. I would like to maybe try these out on the channel at some point if we can.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these look really cool.
These thematically, they're not.
I know J Rod's probably just with the
Yes.
Sexy Rexy down there.
Oh, yeah.
When this one got showed last, he popped off. He stood up out of his seat and was like, I can't
Yeah.
repeat what he said.
That's fair.
But yeah, these look great. I'm very excited about this.
We get Padawan Annie.
Yes, this is aggressive negotiations.
Yeah.
This is what you call a diplomatic solution. Also, Icons was announced with like literally no information. I don't know what this is.
I have no clue. It looks like it's going to cost me money.
This I feel like this is more of like an intro Battle Hoth situation, if I'm not mistaken. This is kind of like a back to basics, learn to play thing.
Yeah, I think they mentioned something like that.
It was
it's for new players trying to get.
It was only Saturday, and it's out of my mind already. But because this was not what I was paying attention to, I was paying attention to all of this.
All of this.
So the timeline looks like this. Lawless Time in March. Obviously, we knew the Ashes of the Empire and Homeworlds were from Galactics. That this was the
naming convention.
Yep, but then they added Twin Suns and Icons to the list as well.
I think that looks like a really good release schedule.
Yeah, I think that if anyone was talking about dead game, take a look at this. I mean, this is very, very supporting, and it sparks hope.
It does spark hope, and it is not the type of thing where like it's not increasing their release schedule or anything like that. They're not doing 4 sets, but they do have these other products that are coming out. So it's like you're filling up the dead space with some other SWU related things, but you're still keeping to the same 3 sets a year.
Yeah, and I love that. Take a little break in between, right? Do Twin Suns for in between Lawless Time and Galactic Championships. Like, have a little fun. Yeah, Icons, same thing. Like,
I'm very much looking forward to like the Ashes of the Empire set, where we're going to see more of what occurred after the original trilogy. That I think is the space that I really want them to explore a little bit more. And then Homeworlds, maybe we'll finally get
what the hell this is.
Ewoks, just Wookiees and Ewoks, and
yeah, this I'm excited for like the Rebels / sequels era.
Yeah.
Right, like Ashes of the Empire. I don't know how far they're going out, but this is everything post what we're used to. Right, yeah. They're really staying in their
it's the Mandalorian. I mean, it's the Mandalorian.
Sequels.
It's Ahsoka. It's
not Rebels.
Well, kind of. I mean, Rebel people are in
Resistance.
Resistance, and obviously the
because you have
the movies.
Yes, I would imagine this is where we might see our Raylo pairing, if there is one. Destiny had a very prominent Raylo pairing.
Yep.
Oh, dude,
everyone's kind of calling for it, right?
Again,
we've gotten a slight one.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the big question mark, right?
Yeah.
Historically, the third set of the block has been kind of like a what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure this is no different.
Yeah, I'm just expecting a ton of Wookiees.
So that's kind of all we have for set 7, and I'm just gonna kind of talk about, to close things out, what we want to see out of rotation, right? Rotation's on the horizon.
That's the more than even the next set. That'll be the biggest change the game will ever know, is the first instance of rotation.
Right, the nullification of these 3 binders here. I can kind of have my trade table back.
Yeah, I've got like a bunch of boxes behind me that I'm like, all right, you can go into the further reaches of the closet.
Right, I might need you for Twin Suns every now and again.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna keep like one of each staple card out, and then we'll be good.
Yeah. So rotation. I think rotation brings Law to A Lawless Time in a way.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all those big things go away.
Yep. I'm just glad to see the main decks go. A lot of the main cards we all know. We can list probably about 50 cards that are that we're excited that are gone.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't necessarily want to see you anymore.
Yeah. Some of them are just really strong. I want to use some of the other cards that I bought. I want to use some of them. So,
yeah, I'm interested to see how deck building shifts, right? Because there is a certain way you build decks now. And I don't know if anyone listening can relate to this, but whenever I put a bunch of stuff away today, I had a couple decks for PAX and beyond.
Little stacks.
And the stacks are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, I can't wait for those to shift.
Yeah,
Yep.
the
I would
ones,
like-
the ones and two, the ones especially, it just they need to go away. They hit the ground running. Maybe they hit the ground running a little too hard,
Yeah.
and didn't necessarily spread the love through some of the other sets. But it's going to be really. I'm really excited for rotation, for a lot of the ubiquitous cards to no longer be there, and us to have to explore new cards and find new ubiquitous cards, because there's probably out there.
Yeah.
And bases too. I mean,
Yeah, the bases that's a huge thing.
That's huge, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tarkentown, ECL.
ECL.
I mean, we're
The
still
other
gonna,
two don't matter.
we're still gonna see Data Vault.
Yeah, Data Vault is going nowhere, and I think that Data Vault is one of those things that they might have to take a look at down
Data
the road,
Vault, I
because
feel like Data Vault might get banned.
Data Vault needs to get hit.
Suspended.
and I-
Suspended.
I didn't
Whatever.
say banned. Oh, Scott did.
Scott
I
said
did.
banned.
I think it needs to get hit because there's no clear downside to it. When you talk about rare bases, like Oscillator has 27 health, Petronaki has 27 health,
Yeah.
ECL and Tarktown have 25. Right, you're getting more health and more cards.
Well, I mean, I would say Datavault is stronger with the more cards in the pool. So if we're getting rid of a bunch of cards, now you have less good cards to work with. Right now we have a whole lot of set. Well, if you make a Datavault deck, count how many set 1 cards you have and set 2 cards you have.
All
You
of them.
probably have almost all of them. Now they're all gone. So now you have a lot of weaker cards.
You're reaching further
Yeah.
and further to fill the
So
60.
I think it
So
actually
I think that's a pretty
potentially
valid
could.
point.
So they'll definitely won't do it right away. They'll wait to see. Maybe it does because it's 33 HP. There's still
Here's-
plenty of good cards that it's just as good, if not better.
Here's my counterpoint to you, though, Flock. They just introduced triple aspect cards,
Yeah.
so your
You do
pool
ha-
is
you
going to
might-
get bigger in set 7 because
Bigger
there are more.
bigger comparatively.
Right. So there might be double aspect leaders that we don't know about yet that could come in and be like, well, I need more cards because I need to have 3 aspects in my deck instead of just 2.
Well, the triple aspects, you're gonna have to pay for them. You're gonna have to pay for like usually the base.
But I'm saying that the leaders might have more aspects on them too, though.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's coming. But like
yeah.
there's a lot of question marks there, right? But I
Mhm.
do think that Data Vault in itself is inherently just low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think
I
that
agree
going
with
into
that.
rotation, it still is. So
Yeah, I think it sticks out a little bit once you rotate out the other bases, the Tarkentown and the ECL. Then Data Vault just looks really, really outside the realm of all of the other bases.
absolutely.
In
And
a
then-
world where you do have Tarkentown, you do have ECL, you're like, Data Vault is fine.
yeah, and then your choices are Force, and then whatever 4 brought, which was a wild, wacky, wavy, inflatable guy. It was all over the place.
And then
6 doesn't have anything.
doesn't have anything, but 7 does.
7 common bases are apparently whack.
Just
I
wild.
don't have them in here, but like there's the epic action is ignore an aspect penalty.
Yeah.
Like
And it's
Okay.
27 HP, I think.
yeah, all the I believe they're all
Yeah.
27 if I'm not mistaken. I don't
which
know
is
for sure,
which is
though.
manageable. It's
Yeah.
it's it's not as
Yeah.
crippling as 25.
Right.
But 33 is too much.
33 is too much. 35 is too much, even with Colossus.
Colossus,
But
dude.
then you do get rid of Dr. Pershing, which kind of helped you
and
that
vigilance.
way, and Vigilance. But like, there are still leaders
Yeah.
that might want to do that. I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that double blue is not going to be as good on rotation with Colossus just because you're getting rid of all the good removal, like all of it.
Yeah, all the double aspects do suffer going into rotation.
terribly.
Like you're losing the aspect cards, like the named aspect cards. The cutting, for example, is losing Bodhi, is losing Cantina Bouncer, is losing the main.
Cutting.
No, you have the Mandalorian left.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Yeah,
Double green is good because you still have Unity of Purpose.
Yeah, you can still play that. And your
Chancellor Valorum,
mm,
sure.
Opus, Rancis.
Opal Rensis is in there too,
Yeah.
yeah. But then blue, what does blue have? Blue has like the Duchess's champion. No, the Duchess champion is in Twilight. You don't even have that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you have in blue. Exiled from the Force.
Jedi. No,
Jedi Trials is Blue Hero. It's
Blue
not
Hero.
Double Blue.
What am I thinking? I'm thinking of something. Size matters not.
Size matters not. Yeah, I mean, you're taking away huge hitting things. So
I really hope they don't reprint the aspect cards.
I also hope they don't. I think they're cool, and I think they're great for this.
I think they were cool, but I think
I would love
if I never see
them
if I never see Vigilance again, I will be a happy person.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I do think rotation adds a lot that people haven't really thought about yet.
I think it's hard to think about. It's hard to conceptualize because one, you don't know what this set is going to bring you, as far as like reprints and things of that. Joy.
Yeah, joy.
It's going to bring me joy.
Joy
boy.
You just love spending your money.
Yeah, I do. That I don't have, especially. But yeah, I'm excited. I think the future.
I'm really excited. Fantastic. Yeah, rotation. I think timing wise, it's hitting at the right point of fatigue with some of the older cards.
Yep, absolutely. I think everyone I've talked to has been like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry for rotation." Like, it's time. It's time, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think the first year or two.
And you know how we did talk about like the timing of like Galactics being a little bit problematic because it's you're always going to be with just set 5 meta.
Mm-hmm.
I think because the fatigue is setting in now for a lot of people, I think that's a good thing.
I agree. I just wish it wasn't in Vegas in the middle of July.
It's a little hot.
Yeah,
a little hot.
A little toasty.
A little hot. But yeah, I agree. I do think that this
Metallica next year though.
Oh yeah. I think we should go to that.
I will go to that.
I'm in. Love Metallica. Yeah, this is definitely the breath of fresh air that this game needs, and I think that if you're listening to this and you've kind of felt like I don't know, like I'm kind of ready to take a break. That was me. I was ready to take a break, and I saw this news, and I'm like, all right, I could take a break now, right? Take a break now from like December, January, hop back into spoiler season, and then get at it, right?
Yeah, that's my advice to you. You got holidays coming up anyway.
Right, yeah. All of our PQs are kind of around the holiday season, so I'm not going to. I'm going to one, and que sera, sera. Right?
I'm missing our local one, so I will probably just go to another. I'll just drive to another one just to get that in. But I also go to the limited one just because I like the
Yeah,
I won't get tired of the limited format.
Absolutely.
I mean, I could get tired of the limited format, but you just don't play it nearly as much. You know, you're not playing it week to week. On a daily basis as much as you are the other stuff. So I'll go to the limited one, and then what do we have? Like, what's the regional?
Milwaukee. Yeah, I'm not going to the sector in Phoenix.
I'm not going to Phoenix.
I'm not going to Phoenix. Phoenix is too far. Wisconsin is like a 2-hour flight.
Yeah, Phoenix is just conceptually stupid.
Yeah, in general, I don't. Really
Sorry to people that live in Phoenix, but I don't like the idea.
I'm sure they'd agree with us.
Maybe. Go to Scottsdale.
Nah. Yeah. So Milwaukee's probably where you'll see us next.
Yep.
I don't think we have anything else planned until then.
No.
And that is February 20th. So if I have my timing correct, Milwaukee is the week before March. So it would lend itself to be oh no, I'm sorry, it's the 20th. So it's probably the pre-release week, I would imagine. Because they do theirs in the beginning of March usually.
Yeah, that's
so that timing's gonna be great, right? Kind of the last hurrah for this whole
block
6 sets.
Yeah, get
first success.
Get while the getting's good, and then it's gone. Not really. Yeah. There's Eternal format, but I think a lot of people they'll go back to Eternal format once they've had a chance to play the other format, and then they're like, I do want to play with Vigilance again.
Yeah,
I have a deck idea that would be really good with Vigilance in it. I'm going to play Eternal.
Especially with the new stuff that's coming out, like, you never know what kind of combinations you can come up with things that are not out of legality.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that kind of wraps up where we want to be as far as the topics for the night. But I do want to end. I did put something out there. The podcast questions.
Podcast questions.
So podcast questions. J-Rod asked, "What was your favorite moment from PAX U?" And I said to him, "Every moment that I spent with him, Pookie."
That's fair. That is true. I got to talk with Jim Cartwright a fair bit. When he was over in the Cirque, the stupidest bar.
With a water fountain in the middle of it.
The water fountain in the middle of it. So got to do some talking with Jim about the history of some FFG games that came before, because I've obviously been playing. Jack was like, yeah, Scott's been playing FFG games since like 2008. So that was pretty cool to get to talk a little Star Wars LCG with him.
I was in 8th grade.
I was grown. My birthday's on Saturday, man. I'm old.
Yeah, it
older
is.
than you.
Yeah.
Scotty's still got way more hair though.
Yeah, I have peach fuzz up here, but it's. I'm losing the fight, man. I'm just gonna commit.
Mine just doesn't move.
I'm jealous. Mine has been moving since 3rd grade,
but I can't do this. This is the full extent I get. It's one of those things.
It hides the fat. I can't get rid of this. It's hiding it really well. No one can tell that I'm fat. So I would say my favorite moment from PAX was the interview with Jack. Just kind of sitting down for an uninterrupted, because the man is busy as hell.
Right? Yeah, he's got a lot of he's got a hat that seems like a lot of hats.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, I think he's perfect for this job. And that's not me being biased, because he's my best friend of over 2 decades, but I think that he really is doing a great job, and the people really seem to like and are able to come up to him and chat about whatever, whenever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got 20 something uninterrupted minutes to just chat swoo, which we don't really get to do anymore now that he's kind of busy and doing his thing. So I say that's mine. And seeing John and Corey and meeting Bree and Wes and chatting with Jim for a little bit was nice as well. I agree.
Flockton?
I don't know. I can't really think of anything. It's all blur.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Flock was lighting the room up at the bar afterwards. People were loving to talk to
Flock. When I get a few drinks in me, of course I'm always like, yeah.
It was hitting.
I'm a yapper.
It was hit. Oh, what? That you? That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
If you listen to this podcast, you would never know, because he doesn't talk.
He doesn't talk as much as the rest of us.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jim about World of Warcraft, actually.
Yeah, you were. I remember. Yeah.
We were talking about World of Warcraft, so that was fun. Like not talking, not swoo with them was
No,
fun.
the guy's got some.
Yeah.
He had an interesting career.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like when he talks about things, you're like, you did this and that and the other thing, and it's pretty cool.
Before we move on, though, I do just want to shout out that it was really cool to chat with the other content creators. So J-Rob was there from Outmaneuver, and his friend was from Outmaneuver. Padawan Unlimited was there.
Mm-hmm.
Mobius, who we chatted with, and we were talking about how funny it would be if Flockton goes on.
It wouldn't be funny. It wouldn't
be
funny.
How well do you know Swoo? No, it'd be fantastic.
I'm getting 0 right. 0.
I know.
No, when you guys sit there, we're going like talking about the cards. You're like, oh, this card, this set, this set. I'm like, I have no clue what cards you're saying. I have no clue what any of those did. You listed all these cards. I was like the double aspect ones, besides like Bodhi. That's about it. The other ones, I was like, I have no clue what you're talking about. No clue.
We know, buddy.
Dude, that's also why I hate. That's why I hate the disclose mechanism, because they'll show me something and I'm like, okay, cool. I have no clue what it does, and I completely forget what it is. So yeah,
Tyler, I'll say this is that you have a very a booming personal life, so I don't blame you. Some different strokes, man. You got a lot going on there in that big old dome of yours.
He does have a big head.
Yeah. So the next question we got was from Blair. Aside from the rotation, you're most excited about out with the new set based on the PAX preview. So what from the Inflight were you most excited about?
Probably the additional aspect card, like the add of that. And next would be the weird bases.
I think it was the Game Genic stuff.
Oh yeah,
actually,
you love your swag.
I do, and it's funny. I said to Flock, they brought out Adrian for Arkham Horror to start, and he's like, we have all this new stuff for accessories for Arkham Horror. And I leaned over to Flock, and I was like, God, I hope that guy doesn't come back out for Star Wars. I can't take much more of this. And it came back out, and I was like, I'm not going to make you edit, Flock, but I said something that you need to edit. But yeah, there's some cool stuff there. I mean, there's the precons are also definitely interesting. I wish they were they were legal because of who they are.
Yeah,
right. Like they picked the coolest leaders, and we can't use them in Premiere, which is fine. I get it, but
I get it. It just it frees the mind of the design.
That would be 8 more leaders to balance within the legality of Premiere. It's kind of a lot. So,
This just gives them free reign to make them good for Twin Suns, and that's it.
Yeah.
My excitement is for just the new set in general with the new cards. I don't know if they're going to be good, but I have a feeling they will. We're losing a lot of good cards, and they know that we're losing a lot of good cards. I feel like some of these cards are going to come out and they're going to be a lot stronger than normal. I've got a feeling. It's a gut feeling. I have no clue. It's a gut feeling.
He's got a feeling.
I feel like there's going to be good cards.
I have a feeling that we are going to be inclined to finish doing spoiler reviews this set.
Yeah, that's
not
fair.
Like this,
that's
not
fair.
like this set.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. You put that all on me. I just didn't feel like doing it.
I didn't feel like looking at another senator.
Yeah, I mean, come on. How many times?
Government shutdown was happening.
The Chandrillan sponsor. Woo wee. You know,
it's a good set for making flock read names though.
Bardot and Ornithopter.
Okay.
Konololoyalorin.
Well, that was just.
It's incredible that I just don't understand that you can. I guess it's he's hooked on phonics. I don't know. The last question we got was from Blair. Also, current thoughts on what you're bringing to the PQ, with the understanding that Brian is going to change his mind at least 6 more times.
Yeah, she's got you really.
She got me clocked
in a box on that one.
Yep. Yeah, I will be. I already changed 3 times today.
Wow, that's relatively. It's Monday, sir.
Yeah, I know. It was a slow day today at work. I was doing a lot of plotting, you know.
Doing a lot of plotting, doing a lot of scheming.
Yeah, currently I think I would like to ride off into the sunset with Sabine. This is the last time I can pilot her, so probably where I feel strongest is Sabine. But I think it's interesting to think about doing a set 1 to 3 leader for this last PQ, just to say that, like, all right, well, this is the last time I get to use it. I'm feeling comfortable with it.
Yep.
I know what I want to do, you know.
Yep.
That's where I'm at personally.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm still stuck on my normal ones, you know. I haven't changed mine.
I think you should go CAD personally.
No, I do CAD. Yeah, I play CAD. I should get more reps on them again with some of the new cards and figure out what I want to put. I'm tempted to do the all raid.
Marchand Row.
Yeah, because there's a lot of good raid. There's more raids units in this set, so I feel like going just all raid. That'd just be a fun thing to do. Make it a little different. People won't expect it.
Yeah, sure. That's not a bad one. I'd probably, like I said, Wedge. Not Wedge. I wish Wedge.
Luke 4.
Luke
you
4.
wish Wedge.
I wish Wedge.
I wish Wedge.
I don't know, maybe Wedge with security thing and.
I wish Finn.
Rose.
If Finn was good, I would take.
That's right. We do have a Finn leader.
Mm-hmm. He's rotating out. 07.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hardly knew him.
No, if I had to pick a set 1 through 3 leader, it'd probably be Anakin. I'd probably rock with an Anakin
solid.
deck.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of him.
I know it's one of those ones where it's like crap, but I did enjoy drafting Anakin far too much, so I was like, it's just a hero that I like playing, and I like the whole he gets bigger as the damage gets up there, and I like that
trading
that little game.
Yeah, he's got an interesting play style. I really I'm gonna miss Rey as well.
I'm not. I hate Rey.
I have a funny thing with Rey where, like, I always want to play her, and then the second I do, I'm like, this sucks. I hate this. Why am I playing Rey?
I just don't like the restore on restore on restore on restore.
I have some reminiscence with Rey that I'm like, I don't know.
You just think she's pretty.
I do think she's pretty.
That's fair.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley, very pretty.
Bring Jyn Erso to the tournament.
No.
Come on, Jyn Erso.
No. I wish Jyn was good too. Like Cassian 1, I also wish was good. I think there was a lot of misses in the first 3 sets as much as there were hits.
Yeah.
Jyn and Cassian for sure. I mean, Cassian even has a slot somewhere, I'm sure. But like Finn, I'm just looking at hold on a second.
The showcase wall.
Yeah, the wall of showcases here. Hunter.
Is he's definitely still the worst leader in the game.
Yeah, I would say so. Pretty showcase though.
Very pretty showcase, but absolute worst leader in the game makes no sense.
Job.
IG88.
IG88. Flockton was all about IGN
Dude,
for the first.
I want him to be so good.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
I'm Chewbacca.
Chewbacca actually that doesn't sound like the worst thing I've ever heard.
Chewbacca had a minute in the sun. You know.
Yeah, Chewbacca could have some wheels.
Dr. Aphra.
Well, yeah.
And then Fennec and Lando right next to him. I'm kind of like, Lando at least had a little bit of
Lando had some play.
something, you know. But yeah, no, I wish there was some more, just more time. But I don't.
But
They can go.
Yeah.
Out of here.
You're gonna burn the showcases, right?
Oh yeah. We don't keep those around.
Viking bonfire.
I'm glad we're talking about that. I did just want to say one more thing. I didn't have this prepped. I just wanted to shout out Kyle Petchock because he was at the PAX U as well, and he did sign my Django showcase.
You signed my Yaddle.
Really
good. Yeah.
Definitely one of the best showcases of the first 3 sets.
Yep.
And Kyle is an incredibly cool guy.
Yeah, he tolerated Flockton.
Yeah, super down there.
For a very long time, he tolerated Flockton.
Flockton asked him if there's any left-handed artists.
Yeah, I did. Well, I was thinking, all right, so my thought process is, you know how lefties, they have to write with like their arm kind of like this because they don't want to smear the ink when they're writing left to right. Yes. So I was thinking like, oh, well, maybe like, is it hard to draw? But I was like, well, no, they're drawing. They're not writing left to right. I was like, never mind. My bad.
the gear's returning.
As soon as I talked it out loud, I was like, okay, yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, with that, I think we're out of time.
I hope we are.
But yeah, okay. I just want to shout out Kyle and all of FFG that was there.
Yep.
It was a cool weekend, and there's definitely more cool things on the horizon. Thanks for checking us out. If you are interested in seeing community manager and ex Golden Dice host Jack's thoughts on the current set and the upcoming set, as well as rotation, there is a 22-minute interview on our channel. He is a delight. He is a gem. He's all right. Check us out wherever we are at. So that's Facebook and YouTube and Spotify and all that Apple Podcast stuff. I don't do the plugs really well, so I'm just gonna stop there. But thanks for tuning in, and happy holidays. We'll catch you next time.
We love you all.
Bye. Bye.